And so the book emerges because she's writing down their conversation. It's so fascinating, and it's easy to read, really easy. It's all set in the story. So one chapter is called The Hologram. This chapter has been probably the most impactful chapter of the whole thing for me. Billy describes at one point when he's out in the cosmos, floating around, becoming the universe. That's how he describes it. Becoming the universe. He says he is shown a hologram of his life. Similar to what a lot of us heard, okay, we're going to have a life review when we test. But he says he can look anywhere around him and he sees this hologram of his life. And he can see from the time he came into the world to the time he died, all of his human life here on earth. And he can look and he can reach out toward a certain part of the hologram and it will expand that scene for him. So, you know, in his time in Jamaica, he can kind of reach it, it will expand it. And as he's doing this, he realizes that in the hologram, there's also the choices he did not make. The things he did not do, the paths he did not take. You know, we all wonder about those. Well, what if I had done that instead of that? What if I had made that choice? How would my life be? He gets to see it. So he can say, oh, I didn't choose to go with that girl. And he can touch and realize where that would have taken him. I didn't choose to finish my education, and he can touch and he can see. So he gets to see all this, and here's what he says to her. Not one decision was any better than any other.
Right.
That, when I heard that, I'm like, that takes all the stress out of, I've got to make the right choice. On our human earth, it feels like, I've got to make the right choice. I don't want to mess this up. But in the universal beingness, it doesn't matter. Now, this might be only his experience. Maybe nobody else is going to have that experience. I doubt it. I guess that, you know, he's having this universal cosmic thing happening. He's telling her about it. If it doesn't really matter, I'm not saying this to tell you to get lackadaisical. That's not my point. My point is, don't stress about every little decision. As if somehow God's going to get you because you made the wrong one. A lot of us kind of fear that. A lot of us were brought up in that kind of a religion that if you don't do the right thing, God's going to come and get you. If this decision would have been that, oh, that's lovely. This decision would have been that. Oh, well, that would have given me some lessons. This decision would have been that. Oh, I'm kind of glad I didn't make that one. But he's having this feeling that all of them are equally valuable because of what he did or would have learned, no matter which direction he went. When I think of this, it just takes myself to this universal place of there's more going on than meets the eye in every little decision I make. I do not have to fret or stress over it. And so I offer it to you for that reason. That the universal picture is more than sometimes we can see, because we see in the web. We see only the finite web. We see only the pieces that we are entangled in that web. We don't see the whole entire web. He's looking at it from the point of view of seeing the whole web and telling us the whole web is beautiful, no matter where you're at on it. So Ernest Holmes also had a quote that says, "There's nothing but God and good in this universe. And the secret of accomplishing great things while we're here is to let it flow through us." So no matter what choice we make, no matter what accomplishments we go for, if we put that in our mind also that I want to go for that intention, I want to go for that career, I want to, whatever those things are that we do strive for, let the Spirit flow through what we're doing. Because too often we think, I'm this individual being who has to make the right decision and I have to figure it all out myself. Oh, what a burden that is. When we allow the bigger picture, when we allow whatever our understanding of God is to flow through us into that accomplishment, the accomplishment goes so much smoother than when we sit and we try to figure it all out and what am I doing wrong and what am I supposed to do next? What am I. Oh yeah, there is this I of me that is universal. And this presence, this God presence will help me. So while each individual decision might not need to be stressed over, the ones I choose, I can let God flow through it, and I can smoothly sail rather than stressing out about. Those two things put together for me, it's like, that's it. That's what this whole teaching is about. Make your decision, make your declaration, and let the Spirit move through you, knowing that you are more than what you think you are. We must believe. We must allow. Yes, we must declare. We must believe. We must allow. We must declare. Circle. We must believe over and over and over that the greater universal being is moving through us. Universal being, and that S at the end, universal beings. We are universal beings. You feel my play there? It's like we are both at the same time. We are one with the universal being, and we are universal beings, both at the same time. Now, I'd like us to kind of feel that rather than just hear it with our intellect. So I'm going to invite you into a short guided meditation with me. So if you will shut your eyes. We're not done yet, so we don't have to do it. So open up the power of your seeing or your knowing or your sensing however you can. Can you sense yourself out in the darkness of space, the galaxy, the universe, and beyond? Take yourself out there however you can. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can sense it, just open up the part that can feel the biggest cosmic understanding. And as you start to see the bigness, even expand it bigger and bigger and bigger. And notice as you expand it, that your consciousness, as I'm speaking to you, is still here. You're still understanding me. Keep your mind out there. Keep your eyes out there. Keep your sensing out there. And notice that there's something that's conscious in you that can still hear me. We don't get lost in that bigness. We still have consciousness. Let's feel that. That our consciousness can expand as we expand out into this universal space. Let our minds expand also. Let's lift ourselves if we can. I'm not advocating an out-of-body experience necessarily, but a visualization that we can lift ourselves out of this body and we can feel ourselves as something greater. Let us feel ourselves as unlimited divine beings. Let us see that we are not caught in a finite web of being human, but rather the consciousness that we know is our humanness can fly, can soar to something greater. And as it soars to that something greater, we begin to feel an unlimited sense of being. Feeling ourselves as the cosmic beings that we are. And then begin to bring it back, but bring it all with you. Bring that sensing and that knowing of the universal being that you are, and bring it right back into your human form. The two are not mutually exclusive. Right here where we are already these cosmic universal beings in this body suitcase. And so as we bring it into our awareness consciously, feeling that, we can imagine now that as this humanness that we are, that cosmic energy, that universal God thing, God stuff, flows through everything that we do and everything that we are. And now we can imagine ourselves moving forward, whatever our next thing is. Whether we're going to play or going to work or interacting with other human beings, that cosmic being is flowing right through us, connecting us to everybody. And then just quietly say to yourself, I am a universal being.